My screen name was Gimme a Kiss 242.
So.
Oh, with your parents were divorced.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, my algorithm is now like how to start over at 35. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm only 34, but yeah, I'll read this. Let me see.
You're like a normal human.
Oh, working remotely like destroyed me, by the way.
But it's me saying, hey, you should do this. And you're like, I'm not going to do that. And then like 2 days later, you're like, I'm going to try this. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea.
Sorry, everybody. I actually listened to a podcast where they were talking about like life in the 80s, and I don't really remember what they said, but they said the 90s was a super fun time.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that.
I do. That was like when I was a kid. It was awesome.
But like, what were they talking about? Was it the music that they liked so much?
90s was like probably a lot of like pop and.
This guy was like rock, and he was like just drank and listened to music and
probably. I mean, I was a kid.
Like right before, internet, cell phone. Well, not necessarily internet, but computer, cell phone.
You didn't have internet.
Yeah, but all the tech.
I had no internet as a kid.
I had the AOL dial-up, which they just released is discontinuing like September 9th, or maybe it was like the 19th, but AOL Instant Messenger or AOL was just put to bed recently.
Was that your era?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, do you want to know? You want to know my screen name?
Yeah, what is it?
Mind you, okay, so that would have been, I was in high school. So you start high school at what, 14? Is that your first year there? 13? 14.
Yeah.
In 13, I got a Barbie doll for my birthday. So that's how like either immature or juvenile I was at 13.
Okay.
13-year-olds today get like a TikTok, right?
That's what they're gifted?
Well, like the cell phone, and they get their TikTok profile or whatever. My in high school, my screen name was Gimme a Kiss 242.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the guy I was interested in and came home every day to AIM message was 6 Shoes Bra.
Yeah?
Yep. And then there was another gentleman I was interested in. He was called like Funny Fung or something like that. But I remember everyone's names.
What was your away message? Did you have like
definitely
a set?
BRB, definitely TTYL, definitely G2G. And then when I was really creative, it would be a Coheed and Cambria song lyric with different fonts and different coloring.
You're so edgy.
Oh, moody. But yes.
Is that the preferred verbiage?
Well, I was like even younger, so let's definitely call it moody. I wasn't intelligent enough to be edgy just yet. It's more moody. Yeah. And my girlfriends like were like Soccer Queen, and then there was a lot of girls doing Playboy Bunny references, and mind you, again, we're all 14 and no one was selling pictures of their feet back then, so everyone is innocent at this point, but we're listing Playboy Bunnies at our screen name. And then I would print out the conversations I would have that I really enjoyed and put them in my diary. I was really busy as a kid.
So the instant message, so yeah, that's probably same timeline when it was like in its height. So you were probably like
04?
I don't know.
03?
So you were probably like just getting into high school.
Yeah.
I was junior, senior-ish. No cell phones.
Right.
Like didn't exist yet. So it was like you're on instant messenger and it's like, hey, I'm going to come pick you up. And then I'm going to go get this person. And
you would make plans through AIM?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
So like I could drive, but very few people could at the beginning. So I was one of the first ones to do it. So it's like, you can't call.
Is this why when I text you and I'm like, I'll be at the office around 10 and I show up an hour late, you're like mortified with me?
Like PTSD.
Yeah, because you're like, back on your AIM day, you'd say I'd be there at 10:12.
Yes.
Okay.
Or it's like, hey, like I'm going to pick up these guys and then like you pick up the girls and we're going to meet like at the movie theater at this time.
Oh my gosh.
And like everybody had to be like there. And there was no way to contact somebody.
I didn't realize you were doing that on AIM.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There was no, I mean, you could physically call people's houses.
Yeah.
But there was no way to.
So do you remember your home phone number?
So yeah, I do. But I had like multiple homes.
Okay.
So.
With your parents were divorced.
Yeah,
okay. I'm sorry.
No. Not like, oh, I'm so rich.
I'm
I have
like,
so
really,
many
Mike, you
homes.
had to just drop that?
No, it was actually quite the opposite.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forcefully split.
Yeah.
I know my grandma and grandpa's phone number.
Yeah.
My home phone number. I remember my best friend's cell phone number from middle school, who I no longer speak to. That was a waste of space.
Yeah.
But I finally learned it, so I was like, well,
Can't forget it now.
And then you talk to people today, they don't know, or like even with clients, they don't know their wife's cell phone number.
No.
Never.
Nope.
Couldn't regurgitate it.
No.
Scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It's weird.
So, okay, so computer. What else were we trying to get into?
I mean, my first car had the like custom CD player before like you even had like the aux cord for the iPod.
What is a custom CD player?
Like it came with like the stock, like this is in the car. And then I went to Best Buy and got like the thing with like the touch screen, and then got new speakers in my car. Like that was huge back then.
That sounds really advanced, actually. So you were doing bass back in the 90s in your car?
No, this would have been early 2000s.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I was 87, so 16 years, probably like early 2000s.
I remember all the bass and things like that.
But that's like pre-aux cord. Like I had a binder of CDs that my friends would like go and like put in, and we'd burn CDs.
Oh, I would burn CDs all the time.
Yeah.
I found some in my mom's car the other day that I made for her, like her Christian mixes and then her country mix, and then like dating guys.
Oh,
a big gift was a burned CD that made them think of me. I've got a couple of those. Did you throw yours away?
I don't know if I threw them away. They're probably.
Mine are in a zipper binder, three across, 3 down.
So you have to remember, like this is still like your childhood house.
No, this is stuff in a storage unit of mine that I can't part with. And I'm a minimalist. So the fact that I'm holding these is just so I don't freaking forget how cool I used to be.
Right. But I'm saying like I live where I grew up is however many 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
So it's probably like in my mom's garage somewhere.
We need to call her and ask.
Well, she's going to be down here this week.
And the holidays are coming up. So I know you'll see her.
I know. We'll have to get with her. And
so they didn't. I don't even know why they did away with that, really.
With what?
Like LimeWire and stuff. Because now we have to pay for everything.
Yeah, that's why. Because it was stealing.
People so were much easier.
Stealing, yeah.
What's the Blue Frog? Views, I think. The Blue Frog.
I don't know. We didn't.
I was hacking like crazy. I was better at tech in the 90s than I am today.
No, Napster.
Yeah, darn it. Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it was literally, and I think that's a big part of like that what are we 4 years apart?
You're 38?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that gap is like you're like, I'll be there around this time. I'm like, oof.
Well, we didn't do that.
I know.
That's so interesting.
Because it was in that 4 year time, cell phones became much more prevalent.
I'm also really, really cool. So like when I make plans with people, it's like I'll be there when I can. Or like
or not.
You know.
I'll be there maybe.
Yeah, you're like yeah, exactly. And then I find 4 other things that I could preoccupy my time with. But no, I know I definitely talk to my friends on the phone like every night. I had this sick like VTech see-through blue landline phone that I loved.
Yeah. 3-way calling was big.
Yeah.
That was like whenever we had to make plans, it was like, hey, we got to get so and so on the phone.
And then my first cell phone was the Verizon
Flip
Razor phone, right?
Oh.
No, it was a flip. And it had the little antenna that you pulled out at the top.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, you can share this with us.
Yeah.
So we like shared the cell phone. I don't know what the number was, but I definitely remember Alltel. And I remember it because I love cursing Verizon out when I'm on the customer service line with them. And I'm like, this was Alltel. You had these problems.
Yeah.
You know, like, which is insane. I don't even know what. Do you remember Alltel?
Yeah. It was.
What was AT&T always there?
It was Alltel, and then Verizon bought them.
What was the other companies outside of Alltel?
They were AT&T. I think had.
So they'd always been around.
I think so.
Okay.
I think they were like one of the original.
Oh, the cell phone. And then my girlfriend got the Burberry when she'd flip her fingers up and type a bunch, and I was like, whoa. And now I have like rheumatoid arthritis in my thumbs from texting, but I'm doing what I can.
It's it's totally different time now. the driving with no cell phone, like looking back, like
Oh my
how
God.
wild that was. There were no GPS, no map. Like you actually had to know where people lived and how to get through back streets to get there.
Oh my God. My girlfriend and I went to Las Vegas. Well, she had a conference in Phoenix, Arizona, or Scottsdale,
So this is you
Arizona.
as an adult now.
No, well, yeah, I was an adult, but it was oh man, it was probably 6 or 7 years ago now. She said she had to go to a work
So
conference
you're
and,
absolutely an adult,
well, and
not
so,
mentally, but
no,
physically.
I was much happier then. No, I'm just kidding. We go out to, we were going to go out to Phoenix, Arizona. I told her, let's fly into Vegas and make a road trip out of it.
Yeah.
We can stop at the Grand Canyon. We can drive down to Phoenix and then we can stop in Sedona. And
Yeah.
like her and I were totally on board to do this. And so we get to Vegas, immediately get the GPS out on our phones, right? And I'm like, actually, Gina, let's use a map. Let's get the AAA map like our parents did. So we go in, we grab the map, we're like looking at it. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Like we can do it. Like I'll drive, you use the map, and like we'll get to the Grand Canyon. She's like, sure. She's looking, and we're like, how do we get out of the parking lot? Because that's not on the map. It doesn't say which way to get to the street we need to get to. I'm like, turn on the damn phone. Who cares? So that lasted about 5 minutes, but
That's good.
I remember my whole life, my parents would highlight the routes we want to take, and it was like a big deal when they would like circle the other little like stop we could go on.
Yeah.
And then when I would have to print my MapQuest results for where I was going, then to get a TomTom was like a really big deal. And then a lot of people were like stealing in our neighborhood, and my TomTom got stolen out of my car, and that was a whopping like $200 loss, which was a big deal back then too. But yeah, I would like to be able to drive without a map. I definitely no, I even pay when I'm overseas, when I'm traveling, I'm paying for the daily like Wi-Fi rate because I need that map to get me through like the little towns I'm in over there.
Yeah.
And also it's showing me like coffee shops and ice cream places or pharmacy, whatever I need. So I'm definitely grateful for that piece. I don't think that was anything that hurt us in the long run.
No.
But
Yeah. I think that, I mean, there's so much we've just been kind of going back and forth on like childhood and things like that. But I think that a big part of like developing this podcast and really getting people to be involved is to kind of get a better picture of who we are. Really, and again, I think that I've been on a lot of these. I think that I've just talked to a lot of different advisors, but getting a better feel for who you are and kind of like what we're doing, what we're trying to do, and really our goal in really building this out. And I think that as people get to know us, they'll know like we're doing this for fun.
oh,
I mean,
totally.
like this is
I should be home right now.
yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
So I'm loving this.
Yeah. But talked a little bit about like childhood and the fun advances in technology and things that have gone on. Professionally, we talked about kind of like past background, accounting, things like that. Wanted to talk about like some of the more like recent stuff because I think some people know, but maybe they don't. I mean, we've kind of alluded to it before. Like you've been part of our firm for 3 years.
Yeah,
You're
September 2022.
like
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You're just
Whoops.
finishing up your
It's
third
my
year.
birthday. Or my anniversary, excuse me.
Your birthday's still your birthday.
Yeah,
like
whatever.
the regular.
I love any excuse to have 2 birthdays, so.
Yeah. So coming up on the completion of your third year, the way I view it is like you're 5-ish months in, 4 months in to
Full blown AFG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And want to talk about just what it was like before. You had a business, you were successful. We had kind of loosely worked together. I mean, that's not even like fair to say that.
Yeah, we talked every now and then.
I would call you and like every couple weeks you would pick up and I'm like, this girl is impossible to get a hold of and like I don't know if she's even working or what she's doing. But you would answer occasionally and you're like, do we have to do this? I'm like, hey, tell me we do.
Sorry about that one.
So, but then you'd have stuff and you're like, hey, I want to bounce this off you and
Yeah.
whatever. So,
I think it was really like, so I I joke, like, I bought my house in Fort Myers before I graduated college, and just so I had somewhere to go when
yeah.
because I refused to live at home with my parents. It was like a no thank you for me.
Yeah.
And so my joke is that, like, I pretty much walked across the graduation stage when I went to UCF
Yeah.
and walked right into my office with my dad, and I just started working.
Yeah.
And a piece of me, I have second thoughts on that because I've been an adult, if you will, for a very long time. I mean, I had my first home at 21.
Mm-hmm.
I had my first gig. Well, I've always worked, but I had my first big girl career job at 21. I started studying for my licenses like a couple months later. Mind you, too, when I say I walked off the graduation stage in December, for all my tax brainiacs out there, that means what? Tax season was 2 months away. So I was, I had started this full blown career. And so I'm navigating like living back home, and then I'm navigating living
Back home, like
in Fort
just in
Myers.
Fort
Yeah,
Myers,
and,
right?
and being around those people again, and saying like, oh, I'm going to meet new people somehow, and I need to join. I joined the junior league to try and meet different,
Yeah.
career oriented women that maybe had moved to the area that I didn't know, and I was trying to get involved in different ways so I wasn't hanging with the same crowds all the time. And um, then it was just I worked with my family,
Right.
and that was lovely, but it kind of the self-expression was a little limited. Obviously they want me to do whatever I want because they love me and they want me to be happy. But it was still my family or my father's clients.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to have a certain demeanor when I'm working with them. So so they would respect me, right? Or think I was worth kind of their time to work with. And so I think that in the bigger scheme of things really it made me struggle with who I was and self-identity with inside the workplace.
Yeah.
So as you know now, because we talk more often, I love traveling. I
Mm-hmm.
love going out of my bubble. I love being on a plane, a train, an automobile.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like my car just to get away on the weekends was huge for me.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Orlando, Key West Express. I mean, you name it. I've really tried to expand my horizons with travel.
Yeah.
When I would be home, I felt like Fort Myers is kind of a smaller city, and so you would be running into a lot of the same people, and I just felt like I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Like on the weekends. So part of what was nice coming back and trying to transition out of the tax firm and go more into AFG was there was people I hadn't met before.
Yeah.
And I've said this on the other podcast. My favorite parts have been getting to know the different people, the different personalities. So that's been helping me identify, who I want to be in this world, in my career within the world. And I don't know. I think, and it's been really cool getting to know everyone on a personal level because you guys are starting to actually know who I am outside of the office, and you're making me aware of a lot of things that I can still bring into the office, and it's not taboo, right? Or like I can go on a trip and it's not the end of the world, or it's like, hey, take Labor Day weekend and go to Mexico City and do your thing.
Right.
We'll cover you.
Yeah.
With my family, it was like I felt I had a lot of guilt, and I had a lot of this has been handed to me on a silver platter.
Yeah.
And so I was working extra hard to prove to what I thought was other people, but it was ultimately just me, that I was doing enough.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of guilt, like going on these trips and taking time off. And I mean, they would just be for me, right? I didn't have to go anywhere for anyone other than myself. And so I think that's been, I kind of forgot your original question, so I apologize. But me coming to AFG is trying to really I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life.
And I think
and like personally more so. Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it is like you're extremely accomplished, super young, and you've already done a ton of stuff, but like so far from figuring it out.
Oh my gosh.
Just as I
Yeah.
am. Like we are.
Oh, my algorithm is now like how to start over at 35. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm only 34, but yeah, I'll read this. Like, let me see.
But it's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of parallels. So you had your first house kind of right as you finished school. That was something that I did was I was kind of given a lot of opportunity from my parents, but whenever I was done, I wanted to be done. Like I was ready to kind of pave my own way. And I think that's one of the big traits of being successful in this business is like you have to be a self-starter and you have to be kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
the trailblazer from the standpoint of being like, all right, I'm going to take the risk and hopefully this works out. Now I look back and it's like, it's insane. I was 22 years old right out of school and I had this house. I think like my mortgage was $700 or $800 a month. And
Expensive.
I know. Like at the time I was like, how am I ever going to figure this out?
Wait, I can beat you, but go ahead.
No, but like those were the situations that we were in where it was like stressing out about,
Oh, okay.
like making a payment that in today's world is like dinner. I mean, like,
God,
but it's crazy.
So my opening mortgage, if I may, take a guess.
I mean, it was very different here back then.
So I bought my house for $80,000 in 2012.
$400,
$297 a month. So I get a roommate because I just didn't want to live alone yet.
Right, yeah.
And the girl calls me or I call her, whatever, however it went. And she's like, hey, what's the rent? I'm like, oh shoot, I don't want to totally like take advantage of this person, but I'm like, a reasonable rent isn't going to be $112. Like I can charge her. So I like call my dad. I'm like, what do I do? I don't want to do. And so I think I like asked her for $300 a month or something crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and now, like I'm trying to find a house now, like, and I'm just ruined. I can't buy it.
Yeah. You constantly bring up, you're like, back in my day, you're like, I had a house for $80,000.
I know.
I'm like, Chelsea,
you have to understand though, I thoroughly enjoy being like an old lady. So like, I'm not offended by anything you just said.
I know you're not. Like you were probably flattered by that.
am. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir.
So the part kind of being at your family's, working remote, coming back to AFG.
Oh, working remotely like destroyed me, by the way. That was not good for me.
Talk a little bit about that because
I really thought I was going to own that lifestyle, and I definitely did to a point. Well, but
can you give a little backstory of, so you were with us, but you were living somewhere else?
Well, I'm not going to say living somewhere else. Okay. I was visiting frequently for extended periods, but my domicile was in Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
I just went up there. I had friends up there, and then a lot of my friends had moved for work, and so I was like, oh, well, I want to go because COVID was happening and everyone was working remotely, and like obviously the Fort Myers offices weren't as affected. We did things a little differently here than a lot of the rest of the world. But I was like, whatever, I'm going to take advantage.
A career in financial services is about freedom and relationships, both for you and the clients you serve. By building intentional, authentic connections with people, we not only create an environment where advisors can succeed, but also puts you in control of your future. Financial success looks different to everyone, and it's more about the process than the numbers. If you are someone that is looking to make a difference in your life and the people closest to you, go to the website below and schedule a conversation today. Back to the podcast.
I would do my grocery shopping on my phone. I would do my shopping at Target for my toothpaste on my phone. I mean, I never had to leave my house. And I didn't have a car up there because I didn't live up there. And I would be like, I'm not going to spend all this money. So it didn't really hit me until I came back to Alliance Financial Group that I realized like how detrimental work from home was on me emotionally. And now I want to pick it back up again for like a couple months out of the year at some point in my life. But I'm going to do it much, much differently than I did it before. And also it made me realize like the transition in working from home to working with Alliance Financial Group. There was a lot more positives that I had working with my family than I had realized before. And I was, I felt bad that I hadn't seen that stuff before. So it was a good I don't want to say wake up call, but
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a fair way to put it. So we had, again, worked together over the phone for a couple years. You had some really good success last year, and just, again, doing what you were supposed to be doing, wrote some really good business, had some really big clients that came through, and you hit our Leaders Club. And that was something that was a huge accomplishment. So a lot of advisors try to do that on an annual basis. It's a really, really hard thing to hit, and you did it kind of from this remote situation. So we're out in California, and the wake up call, I think, is like true, because that was really the first time that we had spent, like, I would say, like, real time
outside of the
together.
office, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like we had
Yeah.
talked, but I don't even know that we had really like met each other.
No, you had never. I mean, I only went to like a couple rep lunches, so I just
Right.
and I didn't do the training because I did Zoom, so
Right.
I never saw anybody really.
Yeah. So me being me, I'm like, you got to start working, or you need to, like, I'm like, what's your story?
Yeah, who are you?
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
think a
right.
lot when I showed up at Leaders Club, a lot of people were like, "Who is this person?"
Yeah.
No one's seen my name before.
And I obviously knew you, but I'm like, what, like, what's your plan? Like, we've worked together for 2 years. You're here. People go their entire career and never make it. So you're obviously talented. And I'm like, what's your story?
Just
And
living my life. No.
and that's like kind of what you said. And I'm like, that doesn't work with me.
Oh.
And it was weird. Like,
Is that why you bother me so much now?
it is.
Just kidding.
And there's like activities and stuff, and like you and I aren't the most like go with the flow, like rah people. So
Don't
like
tell anyone
no, I
that.
know.
Goodness.
So there were things that were planned, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't want to do that. And you're like, let's go do this instead. So there was a couple people that went and did different excursions and saw different stuff. And I'm like, all right, you're like actually like a person. Like, you're fun. You're like, you're like a normal human. And then once I saw that, I think I even said something. I'm like, you're actually fun or something. And then you were like appalled.
Yeah.
You're like, no,
thanks.
you're like, you're not supposed to see me like this.
You're actually a jerk.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's,
Well, that's why I wanted, like, this is terrible. This goes back to me feeling undeserving of things that I feel are handed to me, and
Yeah.
I want to work hard for them. So first of all, like when I closed the cases, I was able to help 2 people get out of really big situations from
sure.
what we did.
Yeah.
That's why it was getting done, and that's all I really knew about it. And until the end of it, once all the cases went through and everyone was taken care of and squared away and the clients were good and we did what we needed to do for the client, is when everyone popped up and was like, "You're going to Leaders
right.
from this." And I was like,
You're like, what's
why?
wrong? You're like, what is
yeah,
that?
I was like, what did I do wrong? And they're like, it's an event, it's a group event. And I was like, oh, no, thank you.
Right.
And you were like, no, it's really fun. They feed us and that you can stay at a hotel. And I was like, thanks. I'm not going to go though.
Right.
And everyone was just like, what is wrong with this horribly rude individual? So I think you kind of talked me through it and you were like, well, first of all, it's in San Diego. And I was
Right.
like, oh, okay, whoa. I like San Diego. I've only been there once before. My best friend loves California. Like, I will go now.
Yeah.
And then it was
And you got to bring a friend.
Yeah, I brought my friend.
Yeah.
And so, but really though, walking into Leaders, it was another one of those moments for me personally. And like, maybe I did or did not express this to you, but it's funny. Like, I have this thing where if I feel like I was handed something, I struggle with that. And I don't like to talk about it.
Right.
I don't want to give it any attention because I want to deserve and work for everything I'm getting. So Leaders Club was just funny because a lot of you guys were asking like who I was, what I do. And then half of my motivation at the time for going to Leaders or before I had gotten there was, oh, I'm going to just go bounce around San Diego. I'm in La Jolla. I'm going to climb that rock I climbed last time I was there. And like my girlfriend loves San Diego. So she had some restaurants picked out and like different events. But then they said, the next Leaders Club was in Orlando. And I was like, oh, never mind.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. Motivation sunk.
Yeah. No, but I think that was kind of like an aha moment for you.
Yeah, totally. And my friend being there, who knows me very well, she was like, Chelsea, why don't you talk about what you do?
Right.
I'm like, well, because I'm hanging out with my friend and I don't want to do that. She's like, I know, but I didn't even know you did this. And you didn't tell anyone that you accomplished this. What's up?
Right.
So again, that's a personal thing that I just need to deal with.
And that's one of the big things. I mean, again, we're like a couple days into this trip, and I kind of started pressing you on a lot of stuff. And I'm like, why aren't you at the office? Why aren't you doing this? Why, like, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? And what's going on? And I don't know. I don't want to speak for you, but I think that there was a lot of stuff that happened that kind of brought you back to come here and work and to do a lot of this stuff. But that's how I am with a lot of the advisors. That's how I am with just in life. Like we had met, I was like, okay, we have like some level of rapport. We're like having fun. She can be really good at this. But like I need to figure out like what makes you tick.
I still think I'm figuring that out in my own way.
For sure.
Obviously, like I absolutely enjoy my career. It's something I've done, what is it, over 12 years now. I mean, it gives me purpose, right? It gives me confidence in what I'm doing when I'm talking to people. And I actually like it. Like part of the struggle with not leaving the tax side was that I was enjoying tax. I mean, it's insane, but I really, it was clicking with me, I guess. It, not all the time, but enough. And so I can't really remember like the whole thought, but my dad really imprinted in me and in my family, what do you need to live and be comfortable? How do you accomplish that? How do you have a family and get out of here at a reasonable hour? How many clients do you need to get out of here at a reasonable hour and provide for your family? What's that number?
Right.
Get that number.
Yeah.
Do that. Work is a means to an end kind of situation where, we, my family and I are faith-based individuals. So that adds a lot to when I'm thinking about, what makes me tick. What drives me. It's really like enjoying my life.
Yeah.
That's what's first. But what I'm working on now is finding or identifying the boundary line between doing that and keeping a career that can help me give that purpose.
Yeah, and I don't think they have to be completely separate.
Correct.
I think what you do now is you're helping a ton of people, which you're finding extremely rewarding.
Oh yeah.
The monetary aspect of what we do is great, but you're not a money-driven person.
No.
Which is weird in our industry.
I'm a weird person.
Well, yeah, of
I
course.
I live super simply. I'm not normal. I'm just not.
No, but you enjoy experiences. You enjoy being around people that you care about, and you enjoy helping people. And again, it's funny because you'll beg and argue and be like, "Hey, I need you to teach me this," and I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna do it at 8:00 on Thursday," and you're like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do it." I'm like, "Okay," and then you'll stay here until 5 or 6 o'clock recording something like this because you enjoy it.
Well, and I think when I got to the AFG office and I met all of the new recruits, the kids, oh my gosh, so much fun. And I want them to ask me questions. I want to be approachable and like talk to them as much as possible. I really enjoy that part of it. So I don't know, like maybe my role in this transitions to where I start being like the recruiting person, or I don't know.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of stuff that you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
I think you fight a lot of stuff that is pretty evident to some people that it's got to be your decision. I mean, that's your personality.
Absolutely.
So there are things that people see that you're extremely talented at. There's things that people see that you would excel at. And whenever it becomes your decision to do it, you're going to be phenomenal at it. But until then, you're going to be like, I'm not doing that at all.
I
And
know. I don't know. What is that complex called?
I think just being you. I
Is
don't
it
know.
just named Chelsea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a huge part of stuff that we work through is that this is a psychological game.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And
well, life is. Let's be
for
real. Like,
sure.
because I'm
Absolutely.
balancing out this while balancing out my personal life. And some days you're just like, okay, I got to pick one or the other because it's too much. Like,
well, yeah, and that's the part that I think the deeper we get into this and the more we just stuff's gonna come out that are just things that happen in regular life. But yeah, it's hard. Thank you for joining us today. Through our shorts and through our full-length content, we try to put out the most relevant material for our viewers, for potential advisors, for people in the industry, or just anybody with financial interest in general. If anything resonated today that you want more information on, go ahead and click the link below me. Click on Talk to a Financial Professional, and one of our professional advisors will reach out to you and have a one-on-one conversation with your personal situation. Now back to the podcast.
oh, I'm sorry. That reminds me though.
Okay.
So doing this podcast, the first time anyone saw a video of me,
Yeah.
I was getting blown up with, who is that?
Right.
Is that your grandma sweater you wear to work? What is your hair like? My one friend said, Chelsea, next time you do this, don't wear your glasses. I was like, guys, this is my work persona. This is who
Right.
I am. And so it was dying. And then I think one of my friends texted me and he was like, where is the laid back Florida beach girl? Who is that in that chair?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, Chelsea.
Yeah.
9 to 3. Mind
Right.
you.
Oh,
yeah.
believe me,
Sorry.
I know.
Don't cross that.
No.
But I am saying Monday through Friday now.
I know. That's a big deal. That's a step.
Sigh.
Because we record sometimes on Fridays.
Well, that's fine. That's different.
So
This is fun. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
But no, there's a lot to all of this, and people that know us, it's like it's very casual. I mean, we live in Florida, so it's like
Oh my gosh.
bathing suits, shorts at night when we're like football, sweatpants and hoodies.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very casual. So to come in and get dressed up, and it's a different life. Like like we put on a uniform to go to work and we look professional.
Yeah.
And in our everyday life, we're regular people and we're just going out and living just like everybody else. But I think that with what you're building and with what you're growing, it's good. But it's a constant evolution of
Yeah.
what do you want to do? I mean, we'll talk a lot more about it, but I mean, we talk regularly. It's like
But if you have that mindset, I think it's fine, right? It's like a safe growth space.
Yeah.
You know, what do you want it to look like? Well, today I want it to kind of look like this, or it
know.
needs to look like that. And then tomorrow it might change. And like, I don't know.
tomorrow, like 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
for
that
you.
dramatic.
It's pretty.
But
pretty
I don't
fast.
mind doing that.
I know.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
The good news is there's no set plan. So
No.
you have the flexibility to do whatever. There's a lot of moving pieces. And I think it's just, again, figuring out what makes sense in that given day.
I was getting super stressed out with, well, not super stressed out. I was getting annoyed with the tax deadline that we just had, and you know, people getting back to us. I would send emails out like on Thursday or Friday, and the deadline was Monday, and you know, some people just didn't get back. And I went in every single day to the office on the weekend. I went in Friday, I went in Saturday, and I went in Sunday to see if anyone got back to me so I could get some work done. And nobody did. And I even would go in Saturday like late. I got in at like 2 or 3 because I thought maybe someone woke up Saturday morning, did some stuff, sent me an email, you know, whatever. Same with Sunday. I'm like, okay, maybe they got it done.
Right.
And for whatever reason, people got back to me. One got back at 2 a.m. on Monday. The other one was like 6 a.m. on Monday. And then the third one was like reasonable, like 9 a.m. on Monday. And so, you know, I was like frustrated because that was like the only thing I could work on because I needed to get those 3 people taken care of that day. And so, you know, finance had to take a seat. Personal life took a seat. Anything I'm doing for I mean, everything takes a seat because I'm doing these 3 things, and that stresses me out because I like to kind of get a lot done at once or multitask. And like, I can't do that with my tax. And I'm like, I'm like huffing and puffing. And then I realized like halfway through, I was like, oh wait, I'm choosing to be upset by this.
Right.
I don't have to be.
Right.
They got me the stuff. They did what I wanted them to do. The other things I'm putting to the side, like, I will get to it.
Yeah.
And it was just this like mental mind shift. And I was like, oh, I need to put this as like my phone background or something. Like, this was my choice to be upset, right? Or my choice not to deal with it, or my choice to have a good day with it, or whatever it is. And I don't know, that little shift.
And I think you're getting better at that.
I am, actually.
It's like day by day. Like, I feel like you're making progress, and then I'm like, ooh, I think we...
Well, I'm with a bunch of people that don't also know me at your office. So I'm like, hi, how are you? With like a big smile.
It's a big difference of like the people that you're super close with, and then the people that are just like in your circle every day that you're not.
I know.
In your life. Yeah. I mean, there are days that I come in and I'm like, I'm a disaster, and you'll be like, hey, how you doing? And people are like, oh, he's great. I'm like, you're like, he ain't.
Not today.
You're like, no.
Not
You're
today.
like, not today at all. But that's
know.
the thing. It's a growth. And again, I mean, being back here, it's funny because 6 months ago, if somebody would have said that we would be doing this, or that that you would even be like in the office, that like we would be able to do something like this, I'm like, there's no way. Like, we know nothing about each other. There's zero like commonality in what we do. Our businesses are so separate, and it's hilarious. Like, we can like pick up and talk, and it's just it's a very different scenario now, and kind of coming back and really rebuilding your practice kind of from here, I think was a really big part of that. And again, it's like the little stuff like doing the podcast and meeting with clients and just kind of being in a spot where you're looking for houses and you're doing a lot of things like on the personal side. It's fun. It's like, who knows what the answer is, but.
Well, and then like, again, I love sleeping at night, right? So everything I'm doing in my work life allows me to be sure that I can come home and sleep every night. No issues. And so me stepping away or trying to take a step from the tax firm and focus more on the finance side and, just be wholly finance, my clients deserve that too.
Sure.
Like, I have a pretty established book at this point that needs more love than I was giving it before. I'll just be straight honest on that. I mean, it was, as soon as tax season would hit, everyone was aware, Chelsea's out. I don't like that.
No.
And because guess what? So was Chelsea. Chelsea had no life.
Well, and I think that's really, really important, is like when we first talked, it was, you were spread in like a zillion different directions.
Yeah.
It was impossible for you to succeed. Like, you were doing stuff in different domains at different times, but you were working like 3 very strenuous, like part-time jobs based on season. And like,
and I thought it was normal.
Right.
And I don't have staff. Like, and I was just doing it. And I didn't feel like I was in a place to complain. And I didn't feel like I was in a place where I deserved to feel like this wasn't what I was capable of. Because again, I'm in a career with my family, and I take that very seriously, and I respect, the position that I have within that office. And so I gave it all of me.
Yeah. And the one thing that I'll commend you on, it's a battle, it's a slow journey, but you are becoming far more open-minded. You're becoming very coachable. Like, it's
yay.
And it's not in the way where you're like
annoyed.
No, you're very annoyed.
Oh.
It's not in the way that I coach most people, where I'm like, hey, I think you should try this. And you're like, okay, I'm going to try it and do it.
I was your little passion project where you had to figure out.
It's still being figured out.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of effort that goes into this, but it's me saying, hey, you should do this. And you're like, I'm not going to do that. And then like 2 days later, you're like, I'm going to try this. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Like, where'd you come up with that?
Oh.
And you're like, I just thought about it last night. I'm like,
stop.
Perfect.
I'll let that one
That'll
go.
be another topic for
Yeah,
another
exactly.
day. But this was really good. I think it's important to have you be you, because there is a lot of stuff that is going to be talked about where, again, we can put on the suit and talk and be very, very professional. For this to be fun and for people to interact, like we have to be ourselves. And I think this was a really good first look at kind of who you are from the professional side, but from the fun side as well.
Sorry, everybody.
And I'm really looking forward to kind of what this brings as we rebrand and really start this new chapter.
I like sitting in a seat where I'm told to be relaxed for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I can deal with that.
I know. You were good.
Thanks.
You were very good today.
Coachable.
Poof, definitely not coachable.
It's a little bit of yelling from you, a little yelling from Troy, whipping me into shape.
You listen, or what is it? You learn, but you don't listen.
Hear? I hear you. Hear, not listen.
You listen, but don't hear, because you take it.
Hearing and listening are two different things. Listening would be like action, right?
Listening is action.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay.
So in the moment, you don't hear it, but it's in there, and then you do it, and it's your idea.
I love that for me.
Yeah, it's great. It's getting through. It's working. So,
you have any idea of teaching me how we get out of here on time and go to happy hour?
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay.
Troy just clicks the button. We wrap it up, and he does the editing, and then we get to go have a drink.
Let me know when you're ready. Go ahead.
No, because he's gonna like chop it and put it in there. I don't.
Oh, but I get blasted and it's fine?
What did you get blasted on?
I got 30 minutes to just run myself into a hole here.
I mean, that's your choice.
Not necessarily.
This is 45 minutes to an hour. This one.
What?
Yeah, it's your time.
Oh my God, and for free.
It's a 60. What is it? 60/60? No, that's 20/20. What's this? 60 minutes. The Dateline show or whatever.
2020 is a show.
Yes,
60 minutes. Dude, how old
Poor
are you?
kid. I know. Right when he said it, I was like 1994, baby. 96 probably, actually. When are you born?
98. I used to watch Dateline and 60 Minutes with my dad all the time.
What was it? 98?
Yeah.
Well, you're a 90s baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
This material is intended for general public use. By providing this content, Park Avenue Securities LLC and our financial representative are not undertaking to provide investment advice or make a recommendation for a specific individual or situation, or to otherwise act in a fiduciary capacity. Guardian, its subsidiaries, agents, and employees do not provide tax, legal, or accounting advice. Consult your tax, legal, or accounting professional regarding your individual situation. Mike and Chelsea are registered representatives, and Mike is a financial advisor at Park Avenue Securities LLC, EAS OSJ 14021, Metropolis Ave, Fort Myers, Florida 33912 239 2900. Securities products and advisory services offered through PAS member FINRA SIPC. Financial representatives of the Guardian Life Insurance Company of America, Guardian, New York, NY. PAS is a wholly owned subsidiary of Guardian. Alliance Financial Group is not an affiliate or subsidiary of PAS or Guardian. Mike CA Insurance License 0M21715. AR Insurance License 5838330. 8461028.1 expires 9/27.